I would just try to go to the other side of the store and not like make eye contact or anything. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Taylor. I'm a part-time Poshmark reseller, and today I'm going to be doing a thrift with me, and then we're going to come back here and do a thrift haul. I haven't put out a video in like a hot minute, so these are just some thrift finds from the last like 2 weeks. You'll see me pick up some of the items from the Goodwill stores in the thrift with me, but there are some other things that I ended up getting. Okay, I ended up going through this dresses section. It's my favorite section of the thrift store. You can see I ended up putting a lot of things in my cart. You'll see a lot of those items soon. I went through the shirt section and I found this Pilcrow velour button-up blouse. It just didn't excite me, so I ended up putting it back and not getting it. And then this is one of the dresses I found in the dresses section. This is an Eloquy dress, and I did end up picking this up, so you'll see it later on. This is a matching set from Sincerely Jewels, and Sincerely Jewels is like a boutique-y kind of item. I looked up comps on this, and this was going for like $30 to $40, so I just left this behind. This is an Everlane tiered like shirt dress, and I looked up comps on this, and again, this just didn't excite me, so I did leave this behind as well. These are recycled cashmere Madewell pants, and I was excited when I first saw these, but there was some flaws on it, so I just ended up passing on these. I didn't really feel like dealing with the flaws. This is a long sleeve dress by J. Jill, and it was new with tags. I think I could have picked this up and made some money, but I felt it was a little too plain. Here's an Adriana Papel evening gown, and I really like picking up Adriana Papel, but this one just seemed a little dated and again kind of plain, just like a black dress, so I passed on this one. I was so excited when I found this. It was an Alice and Olivia puff sleeve like garden dress, so adorable. I definitely picked this up. Here's a dress from a brand called Hazel and Olive. I've never heard of this brand before, so I did look it up in the store. It's a cute brand, but I was just trying to be a little bit more selective. When I first saw this, I just thought it looked really pretty and well made. The brand is called MSK, and they sell formal wear at Macy's. I feel like I could have picked it up, but I don't know. I thought it would sit for a while, so I passed. This is so adorable. It's like, reminds me of like a disco dress. It's definitely from Y2K. You can see the brand was called Mirrors. The only reason I didn't get this is because it literally looked like it was an extra small. This is a Banana Republic, and then it said like Heritage Collection on it, so I wanted to look that up. It was also new with tag. I wasn't impressed when I saw comps, so I just left it behind. This is a dress by Halogen, and it's like a collab. I did end up picking this up, so you'll see it later on in the haul. Doesn't this look so fun? It's from like the 80s, and it has so much sequin throughout. I love it so much. I did end up picking this up. This is like a vintage Ralph Lauren top, and I know that these like little hook and eye closure tops are doing really well right now. I passed on this, but I think I could have got it. I have a story time. So I was at the Goodwill that I always go to. It's like right down my street, like maybe like a 10-minute drive away. And usually I feel really like safe there, like I don't have any problems. But today there was this man there, and he kept like talking to a lot of women there, like just making his rounds around the store. Like and I could tell that they were so uncomfortable every time that he would talk to them. And he had like this deep voice, so I couldn't really hear what he was saying, but I could hear what the girls were saying, and they would be like, okay, like that's nice, like have a good day. Like I could just tell that they were like kind of weirded out, like not wanting to like have the conversation with this guy. He's like an older gentleman. And like every time he would be like on one side of the store, I would quickly like try to go to the other side, because I could tell that I just wanted to avoid him. I just got bad vibes from him. And like I could tell by the other girls that did fall into a conversation with him that they just were not comfortable. So I would just try to go to the other side of the store and not like make eye contact or anything. But anyways, so he went to go check out, and he was talking forever to the cashier, and then they opened up another cash register. So then I went to the other woman and I could overhear their conversation. And he was like talking about his U-Haul truck. He's like, I have a U-Haul truck in the parking lot if you guys want me to move things for you or something. He's like, I'll charge you $50. And she was like, no, thanks. And so then he left, and about a minute later, I left. So I knew that he was like in the parking lot. I go out there. His U-Haul is parked right next to my car. It's taking up 3 parking spots, and the back of the truck, you know, like how it opens up like that, like the latch, is next to my driver's door. So it was like backed up close to my driver's door. So I was like, is this a joke? Like, so then I was trying to figure out, is he in the car? So then I tried to look in the driver's seat. He wasn't there, or in the passenger seat. So I was like, where is he? Like, I know he just left. Like, I was like, oh my God, is he like hiding somewhere? Like, I was just like freaking out a little bit. So I hurried up, unlocked my car, jumped in it, locked it really quickly, started it, put it in reverse, and like got out of there so quickly. And I was just like so freaked out by it, because it was weird that his car was backed up, like the U-Haul was backed up where my driver's door is. And I'm thinking back, and I'm like, maybe I should have got in on my passenger's side and not the driver's side, and just like came over on the seat, you know what I mean, and like heard him start the car. Like nothing happened, I didn't see him or anything, but I still am like freaked out a little bit about it. Like I was by myself too. Usually like my husband's with me, but yeah, I don't know. It just like freaked me out a little bit, because also that Goodwill is like where I go to like feel safe and like go thrifting, and I never have any issues there. But for some reason that time there was just that creepy guy. But yeah, anyways, I do have some awesome things that I found. I was able to record a few things for you guys in the store. I was able to record a few things, but I didn't record everything. So there's some extra things that you guys will be able to see. Sorry I look like this. I was working all day, and I don't look the best, but it's fine. Okay, well, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the items that I thrifted from regular Goodwills, which is these items over here. And then I'm gonna end with my bins items, just to switch it up a little bit. So the first item I found at the Goodwill is this Alice and Olivia. It's like kind of a garden puff sleeve dress. Super cute. Here's Alice and Olivia. The logo. And this is a size 12, and I did pay $5.99 for this item, which is a great price for Alice and Olivia. It is so cute. It has like these, what are these called? Pointel. There's like little dots throughout, and then there's some butterflies on the print. So I'll use keywords like cottagecore, garden, fairy, floral, flowers, puff sleeves, smocked waist, colorful, green. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. It kind of has a knot, and there's like a cutout right there. But this is pretty cute. I'll probably list this for over $100. Next, this was a style-based pickup. I don't know if this was the best pickup. I just thought this was cute. This is like very Y2K with how this hits right here. And then like the little tie, the colors, it's very like delicate, feminine, preppy, like pretty girly. This I paid $7.99 for, which I do think was kind of on the more expensive side. I don't know if
I don't know if this is the best pickup, but I do think it's cute. And it's like well made. It zippers on the side. Let me see if this is silk. Yeah, this is 100% silk, so that's great. That's another good sellable feature on it. I could put that in the listing. Dainty. Yeah, like Y2K, obviously that's a great keyword. Barbie core, Barbie pink. I mean, I do think that this will sell. This is super cute. It's Ann Taylor. It's like vintage Ann Taylor. And it's a size 12, which I think is a great size. So I'm excited for that. Okay, this I kind of got for me, but I don't know. Maybe I'll try it on. I paid $7.99 for this item. It's Banana Republic, and this is 100% silk. It's like this tunic, kind of like a resort wear. That's a keyword I would use for this. Emerald green is another keyword I would use. It's just very well made. Like this silk just feels so good. So we'll see how this does. I just think that this is a high quality item. So that's what made me pick it up. And it's in excellent condition because silk can kind of get a little worn, but this just feels like pretty crisp and nicely like structured and well made. So okay, this is Halogen, and then it's like a collab with Atlantic Pacific, which I've never heard of that. But since it's a collab, that kind of got me excited. And then I also just thought this style was super cute with all the bows. It's just like this long sleeve dress. This I would use keywords like academia, or I would even use like sophisticated, classy, classic. I would use old money or rich aesthetic on this. Yeah, I think this is cute. Maybe I'll list this for like $80, I'm thinking. Oh, like that is just so cute with these pearl cuffs on the sleeve. Like those little details, I just think this is adorbs. Okay, this, I love selling these like heavily beaded dresses. Look at how pretty this is. And it goes all the way down, and then there's a slit in the maxi. And then the back is just so gorgeous with all this cutout and heavily beading. And it's just a one shoulder. This is the brand Scala, which is a great brand for like prom dresses. It's 100% silk. This is an extra small. I think I can list this for maybe $200. I'm not sure. But I will put up like what I'm thinking about listing it. This is just very well made, very heavy. It's just really, really pretty. I think that this is just so gorgeous. I love it. Okay, this is from Eloquii, and this is a size 24, so this is a plus size brand. This is in excellent condition. It's shimmery, like an emerald green holiday dress. This was only $5.99, so I thought that that was a good price for this, and I definitely think I can make money. I might have to wait until like the fall or like the holiday season, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. I still think that I'll be able to make maybe I'll sell this maybe $40, I'm thinking. So I'll be able to make a little bit of money on this. Okay, this item, this is Banana Republic, and it's also like a collab with Olivia Palermo. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is a size large. So what made me excited about this was the collab feature, and then it also has like this cape with this like ruffled detail. It's like really nicely structured. It's just this coat, and I think it's like 50% wool. So it's a pretty unique piece, very well made. I did pay a little bit more for this, so $15.99. And when I got home, I realized that it was missing the belt. There's supposed to be a belt, like a cinch, you know, to cinch it in right there. So if I would have known that in the store and like checked comps properly, I honestly probably would not have gotten this, but I still think that this could be a pretty good piece. I'm gonna look up comps to see what it's going for. I think it'll sell eventually, but I definitely think that without the belt, I'd have to list it a lot lower than I wanted to. Okay, next I just picked this up based on style. This is super heavily sequenced. And then the brand is called Harry Action for Party Collectibles. And this is like a vintage brand. And for this I was thinking about using keywords like festival, artsy, art, rave, colorful. You could also use gay pride. I did pay a little bit more for this, so $8.99. I still think that this is like a unique piece, and maybe I can list it for like $75, I'm thinking. It's just really cool. I like it. Okay, next I have this dress. I did pick this up at the Goodwill, a regular Goodwill. This brand is called Night Moves, and it's this strapless, again, heavily beaded, like prom dress. It's super cute. This is a size 10. There is like some tiny little stains at the bottom hem, but it's nothing crazy. There's nothing in the front, which is what I always look over a lot. So yeah, I think that I could list this maybe around, I don't know, $60. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but okay, this I bought off of a Whatnot auction. So I was on a Whatnot. I don't really go on Whatnot a whole lot. I really don't. But I was on Whatnot one night and I saw this, and I got it for myself. It was new with tags. It's a Free People cardigan. I think it's called the Swim Too Deep cardigan. And I liked the color, and it was new with tag, and it only sold for $30. So I was like, oh, that's awesome. It retailed for $158. But when I tried it on, I just wasn't like obsessed with it. So I figured I'd just sell it. If I could just break even, I'd be fine with that. But maybe I can make some money off of it since I did only pay $30 for it, but it's not going to be anything crazy. Okay, these next two items are from my sister's closet. She was going through all of her clothes, and she was like trying to do like spring cleaning, trying to get rid of some items, so this was one of them. This is a Free People, it's the Ruby jacket or shacket, which is very highly sought after. This is an extra large size, and it's this really pretty cream color. She likes this jacket, but she has the same exact one from, I think, Pilcrow, and it's like, not the same exact one, but she has like one that's very similar style, very similar color, and she just liked how that one fit a little bit more, so she just told me that I could sell this one. I'll give her money for it once it sells. But and then this is also from my sister. She bought this off of Poshmark thinking she would wear it, and then she was going through her closet and realized that she never wore this or really cared for it. It's just J. Crew, new with tag. It's really cute. It's 100% merino wool and has like this pointel knit to it. Super adorable, size 2X, so that should be a pretty easy sell. Again, I was going to give her the money whenever it sells, so. Okay, these next items are all from the Goodwill bins. Okay, this is so cute. This is actually vintage Victoria's Secret, and it's just this adorable dress. Like, look at this skirt. It's so flowy. It's like all chiffon. So adorable. And I bought this, and I got home, and I was like, oh, it's new with tag. It has like the old Victoria's Secret tag on it. Look at it. And then it has that. Isn't that so funny? It's a size medium, and this is the tag. It's the gold label by Victoria's Secret, which is the one that I always pick up if I find vintage Victoria's Secret. It's 100% polyester. If it was 100% silk, this would be more sought after, but I still felt like this was a good pickup just based off of like how cute it like looks, really whimsical. That's the key word I'm going to use for that. For this is whimsical or fairy or dainty, delicate, girly, feminine, those kind of things. I just think this is so adorable. Very unique piece too. I'll also use the keyword vintage, obviously. And dead stock. Dead stock's a good keyword for if you have a vintage item that's new with tags. So I'll use that. Okay, next I got this. I just liked this fit. I just thought this looked pretty cool, like heavy duty, kind of 70s or 80s vibes. And the inside is like super soft, and like you can tell that this is just in very good condition from this fur. And it also says made in USA, and that's a great for vintage pieces. If it says made in USA, those tend to do a little bit better. So I just thought this was a pretty cool heavy duty coat. It's a men's coat. It fits about a size medium. I had my husband try this on and model it. So yeah, I think that this will do really well. You can even tell by these cuffs, like this just hasn't been worn a whole lot at all. And like this kind of fabric is like, it's not velour, but it's kind of like that, but it's in great condition. It's not like matted or anything. So for those reasons, I felt like this was a good pickup. Next, this I got, I bought this at a Goodwill, I think, actually. I didn't get this one in the bins. So this is Ralph Lauren, and it's like the blue label, size 8, and it's vintage, and I did pay $12.99 for this. It is missing a button here, but when you open this up and you look on the materials tag, there's actually like 2 extra buttons. So I was gonna have my mom sew on a new button, but this is just a wool long trench coat. It does have some like you can see like some markings and dings and dents. Here's another one in the wool. So it's not in perfect condition, but I still think that this is just such a good piece. Look, there's even a hole right there. So this is definitely not in perfect condition, but I just felt like this was such a good piece and very substantial, and I think that I could model it and try to definitely make some money off of this, especially the fall or winter time. I think that this will sell. Okay, this I picked up based off of Style. This is so cute. It's just like this knitted sweater, and it has these big wooden buttons. It's very like artsy, art to wear. I could also use keywords like color block and 70s, because I feel like these colors are very like 70s. The brand is called Pure Hand Knit. The size is large, extra large. It's 100% cotton, and it says knit by hand in Thailand. It's in good condition. There is some like fading a little bit, but it's not that bad. Okay, next I have this Playboy. Again, I just got this in the bins. This is just a Playboy t-shirt. I think that this was sold at PacSun. It's in great condition. Like the graphic is in great condition. It's not really worn. So I thought that was, you know, maybe $20 I could list this. Okay, this I just thought was so adorable. Very like Y2K, and I really just like selling dresses a lot. I love this, like, so there's like a black lacy fabric, and then underneath that is like this silver shiny, here I'll show you, this, like this kind of fabric, that's underneath, and then it has this black lay over it, so it's definitely like gives this like really pretty shiny look to it. And I just like the higher neckline with the square. But this brand is called, oh, this is Jessica McClintock and Gunny Sacks. So Gunny Sacks can do really well if you have like those boho cottagecore dresses. Those can go for hundreds of dollars. This one isn't as desirable as those, but I still thought that this was just really cute and like on trend for right now. I also modeled this dress. I'm usually a size 8 and it was a little snug on me. I would say that this would fit a size 6 perfectly. Next I have this set, and I couldn't believe it. I found the pants in one bin in a different row, and then the top in a different row in a different bin. So I don't know, but this is a brand called Lilith, and this is actually a French brand. So these are made in France, and they're both 100% cotton. This brand, I guess, is known for their, you know, their more sustainable fabrics. But I just thought this set was so adorable. It has like these pockets at the bottom, and then this one has that little pocket there, like kind of a cropped boxy fit. These are both a size large, but they definitely fit me perfectly as a size medium, so I would say that they more fit medium. This I picked up just based off of style. This is a brand called Gallagher, and it's 50% mohair, 50% acrylic. It's just one of those like vintage grandpa core sweaters. It's so soft and it's in excellent condition. You can tell by the fabric. I liked these colors. It's giving like ski resort or lodge or snowboarding, like that kind of vibes, or grandpa core. So those are some keywords I would use for this. Next I have this men's shirt, and I never heard of this designer. It's called Bugatti, size medium. And when I looked this up, I felt it and I was like, oh, this feels pretty nice. I'm gonna look this up. And when I looked up the designer, the brand, it was really good. So I definitely just put this in my cart and figured I would try it out. It's kind of like a mock neck for a men, so kind of a different, oh, it kind of has like this, a little bit of fading there, but I mean, it's okay. Okay, this I got just based off of style. It's very like boho, artsy, that kind of thing. I'll use keywords like tie-dye, lag and look, shark bite hem, hippie. I think that's a great keyword. This is from a brand called Art of Cloth, and this is a size medium. I just thought the colors were really cool, and when I looked this brand up, their website, it said that they hand dye all of their garments, so I felt like that was a pretty cool quality for this item. It's kind of like a dress, yeah, I feel like this is a dress, but I mean it could be worn with like leggings, like a tunic. Next I just have this Topshop blazer jacket. It's kind of like this wool pea coat or trench coat. I don't think I'll get a whole lot for this, and I might have to wait till the fall for it to sell, but I just thought it was a classic piece, and it's a size 6. Here's the brand. And this is sold at Nordstrom. It's like an in-house kind of brand for their juniors department. This I picked up based off of style. I just like the colors, and this is so soft. It's like brand new condition. It has these bears and these little deer on it. I used keywords like camp, camping, hiking, what else, like lodge, winter, warm, you know, those kind of things. I just thought this was like a comfy, cozy item, and I don't know this brand, that's not really why I picked it up, but yeah, I just thought that this would be nice for somebody that was like going to their camp or something, or cabin. Next, this is a bathing suit. It's just a one piece. This is by Land's End. And I've just been selling a lot of swimwear, so I just threw this in my cart. Figured I could make a little bit of money off of that. Last but not least, this is really cute. It's kind of this boxy knit. And this is a brand called Debbie Katz South Beach. And this is just like a navy blue, kind of like a one size fits all. I was looking at their website. That's kind of what they're known for. It doesn't have the material. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, I just thought that this was cute, and I'll see how it does. I don't know, maybe I'll list it for like 40. Okay, that's everything that I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to like this video and also subscribe to my channel. It would mean so much to me. I woke up and I decided to go to Starbucks. I'm just in the Starbucks line, drive-through, and I have to log in at 8. It is 7:20 right now. I woke up early at like 6 and I was just like tossing and turning. So I was like, oh, I'll just wake up and go get myself a little treat before I have to log into work. I work full-time on my laptop. I just work from home. So it's pretty easy. She's beautiful. My husband and I love to go on hikes, so we ended up going to this state park that's right outside of Pittsburgh. It's called Raccoon Creek State Park. This was our first time going there. We wanted to like find a new hike, and I kind of just looked up what are some pretty waterfalls around the Pittsburgh area, and this one came up, this trail, so we decided to do it. And it had been raining so much over the last like few days in Pittsburgh, like just non-stop raining. So I'm imagining that the water coming off of this waterfall is significantly more than usual, like at normal times. We were feeling super cooped up just from like all the rain that was going on, and then we also work from home, so when we saw that Sunday had a clear day and the high would be like 75 to 80, we were like, okay, we have to go get out and breathe in some fresh air and get some exercise. My dad had us come over because he made pork tacos, and so there was some rice, some homemade salsa. This is the pork that he like made all day. It took a long time. And then he even made that green salsa homemade as well. He was so proud of himself for this pork. And then you can see some margarita mix, and then there was some coleslaw to put on the tacos. It was so good and crunchy. I loved it. The tacos were so good. Here's my dad. Look at him. He's so proud of himself. He makes me laugh. We ended up playing this game called Hues and Cues, and it's basically like you give a keyword and then everybody has to guess what color they have. It was kind of fun. I really liked it.